Hi, I am Claire. Welcome back to my channel. For this week's video, I am going to be doing a family home in The Sims 4. So this is a modern, traditional home that I thought would work well in the new world that came with the Growing Together pack. And so this is a 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath home, and it's for a family of 4 with a pet. I designed it more for a dog than a cat. Last week I had a house with a cat, so I kind of thought I should make it even and have a house with a dog. And so we are going to be using this couch from the Cats and Dogs pack. And I thought like this would be a good couch because it looks like it has like a couch cover on it, and I was imagining that these kids in the house would be younger, and so they probably like spill something, and so it's easy for the parents to not, or I guess realistically, but not realistically in the game, like take off the couch cover and put it in the washer. This house does not have a laundry room, but I should mention that there was like a few weeks where like I had laundry rooms in like all of my houses, but I think I am past that phase, although you never know when I might come back into it. I know that laundry is kind of annoying to play with, and so I try to add it sometimes, but I also know it's like not everybody's favorite to do in the game, and so we are just going to be adding a little playmat for a baby and going to be just adding some plants. I wasn't like fully sure what I want to put in the corner. I was trying to look for the little toy bin that's like animals falling out of it, but I could not find it to save my life, and so I just ended up going with a plant and adding a little side table on the other side. And so we're just gonna be adding a little light. Thought that would be a good like reading nook area, and having like a whole bunch of bookshelves. I feel like this area behind the couch is a little bit like weird. It's like, oh, I could put this here, but like, would it look weird? Like, will your Sims still be able to get to it? And we also are going to be adding the new piano that came with the Growing Together pack, and I really like that piano. It reminds me of the piano that I had growing up, and so I really like how it's not like a grand piano or electric piano. It's like, in my mind, a normal size piano because that's what I grew up with. And so we are just gonna be adding some bookshelves, and I was trying to fit things around the windows. I put them so high because I had the staircase right there, as you can see, and then the window, I really wanted to keep that window there, and so the only option was to jack it up closer to the ceiling of the wall, or ceiling of this main level. And so we are now just going to be going into the kitchen. My first thought was having like a kitchen, like kind of a hallway, so a kitchen would be on both sides of this room, but I feel like it just didn't really work out with having the door like right there, and so I end up just having it kind of a L-shaped kitchen, or I guess it does kind of end up being like a galley style kitchen, but not for a while. I was trying to get this like island to work for a minute, but then I'm like, I don't know if your Sims can actually walk around this with the bar stools, and it just seemed a little too cramped, so I did just add some other countertops, and I was trying to see if like, oh, maybe if I shrink the half bath, or oh, maybe if I do that or this. And so we are just going to be adding some bar stools, but this, again, I get rid of that area, and now we are just going to be adding some cabinets and going to just make this area look a little pretty. And so I realized like, oh wait, there's no dining room about now, and so that's when I get rid of the island and have a little like dinner or dinette seating. But first we're just going to add a countertop, so there is a lot of space for your Sims to prep and to cook together. And so I'm just going to be adding a little rug on the back door, and going to be adding a dining room table or a breakfast nook underneath this window. I thought that would just be really pretty to have it underneath this window, although I did struggle with the color of this table and the chairs. It was just kind of like, okay, what like colors like does this space need more of? And I ended up going with a black top table, just kind of I felt like it had more of that modern feel. It's like, I don't know, when I think of modern, I think kind of like black and white, and so we just are going to change the color of the table so it's black and white, and then the chairs have a little bit of gray to them, and just going to be adding some pictures. I feel like these pictures I use in every single build, they are from base game, so I don't have to worry about any pack restrictions. Also, speaking of that, this is not a pack restricted build, and so I was planning on having this be like just the new going together pack, but I decided not to. I decided I want to have a pet in this house, and I decided I want to have the Parenthood cabinets in this house, and so you just saw me finish up the half bath on the main level, and now we're just going to be adding a little pet bed for the what I was imagining the dog, but you can easily add cat tree and litter box, and then it can be for a family with a cat. And so we are now just going to be working on a desk space. I thought of this room more of as a hobby room than as an office, and so we are just going to be adding a computer, art easel, and chess table, just to kind of also make it a skill building area. And I do have to comment on my windows. It's kind of bothering me that they're not like the same, but it doesn't matter what they look inside. It matters on the exterior, and so we are just going to be going and adding the chess table. Also about the windows, they do match the arches in the windows in the hallway door, or not the hallway door, the door into this room, and so we are just going to be adding the art easel now, and going to be adding a rug. Just felt like I needed a little bit of a cozy factor in here, and so I decided to add this rug. Also a rug I use a lot because it is from the base game, and so we are just going to be adding a little picture, a little artwork, and going to be adding some stuff on to the table. I realized I didn't do that earlier, and so I'm just going to be adding just a few more details onto this main level, like some fruit, and then we are going to be going upstairs into where the bedrooms are. So I thought that'd be nice to have the bedrooms all on the same level, just because I know real life you probably don't want to walk all the way across your house to calm your crying baby, and so in this house it is right next door, and rooms are sharing a wall, and so we are just going to be adding a bed. I wanted to use a base game bed at first, but nothing was really speaking to me, and nothing was really speaking to me in the cats and dogs pack, so I ended up going with this one from the Growing Together pack, and going to be adding some side tables that I was originally going to be using downstairs, but I found something that matched the plant, and so I decided to use the same side tables up here, and I thought it could give some good light, and going to just be adding some of these empty picture frames. When I was building this house, I realized like, oh wait, these frames come in different colors. There's white and there's brass. There's not just black, and I know it's like a item where you have to like get to a certain level of something and then it like unlocks, and so I just never really thought to like think of changing the swatches, because sometimes I can't do that when I do exclusive items, and so that was a happy day in my mind. And so we are just going to be adding some mirrors, going to be now going into the ensuite, which is kind of small, but it does get the job done. And so we are just going to be adding some countertops and going to be adding a sink. There is not a mirror in this room, but I thought since there was 2 mirrors right on the other side of the bathroom, it wouldn't really matter, and you get a lot of natural light because there are 2 windows in this bathroom. And so we are just going to be adding a little laundry basket, and I think that's going to be it in this room. Just going to be adding those decorative items so they look a little lived in, and going to be adding that laundry basket, like I said, and going to be adding a rug in the primary suite. And now we are going to be going into the nursery, and I wanted to kind of do a nursery better than the last nursery I did. The last nursery I did, I felt a little bit overwhelmed, like, oh wow, there's like all this new stuff, because that's when I first got the Growing Together pack, and yeah, I got a little overwhelmed, and I just wanted to do another nursery because I'm like, okay, I'm used to all these items now. I can like kind of decide what I want in this room and what I want in that room. And so we are just going to be adding some animal pictures and some hot air balloons, making this like a little cute nursery, and going to just finish this room off with a height chart and going up into this loft area, or not, I guess not technically up, but out into this little loft area, little landing area. And so I just kind of kept it simple up here. I didn't want to like overly crowd this space because it's like a hallway to each bedroom, and so for moment being I just have a chair up there, and then I am now in the kids' bedroom. I kind of wanted this room to just be really fun because I was kind of imagining that this kid was like an only child for a long time, and so it's a little bit spoiled, or the child is a little bit spoiled, and so it's like a lot of pink, a lot of like things that are very specific to this sim. And so we are just going to be adding a matching rug to match the bed, and going to be adding a little toy chest, try to make this space a very fun area for your sim to play in and relax in. And so we are just going to be adding little bunnies and going to be adding just other little drawings. And so we are just going to add some posters as well, and we are going to just be doing some pictures out in the hallway and going to be going outside. And I finally found a lot that was big enough to add the treehouse that your Sims can build and make their own. I didn't want to do that myself, and so if you want to download this house, you can make it the way you want. I know there's like a lot of different like add-ons you can do on the treehouse, and so I did also want to have a little gardening patch and some monkey bars. And so we are getting close to the end of this video, so I hope you enjoyed watching. If you want to play in this house, all of that information will be down in the description. Please make sure to follow me over on Instagram, and I post new videos every single Tuesday, so please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. That'd be well appreciated, and I hope to see you all next Tuesday for another Sims 4 video. So hope you all have an amazing week, and I hope to see you then. Bye!